Good afternoon everybody, and I hope you're well. Wow, what a beautiful afternoon it is. It's Thursday, I'm on my way to the GNBC, which is the Great Northern Bushcraft Conference 2019. So it promises to be a lovely weekend, and that blue sky is looking peachy indeed. Got about 10 miles to go, so I will catch up with you when I arrive, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Back soon. Better get set up then, guys. Right, we are all set up using the Dutch two-man tent again. These things are great. If you can find one of these online or in a surplus store, get one, because they are getting a bit rare now. They are certainly not a backpacking tent, guys. 8 kilos in weight. I think that's plus pegs as well. So nice thing with them is that you've got the zips on there as well, so if you wanted to, you can actually zip multiple ones together. Great for a base tent. And I'm just using the old broomsticks there because I have got the poles, but they are needing a little bit of a service. Got next to that just the regular issue DPM basher, a couple of cheapo basher poles there on the front, and then I've just pulled it out at the back, exactly the same as the Lake District. Trusty chair, trusty water carrier, log pile there as well. Always have the gloves, and there's the PLC Bergen with the hold to force axe just in the side there. So I've got everything all set up. Got the Berlingo part right by me, so that's pretty good. So all good, but and a fire pit ready to use in a little bit. But I say it's pretty nice. The site is filling up. I think obviously a few people are going to be coming to tomorrow and over the weekend, but there's some good people about, and it's quite nice to see some people again that you haven't seen for a while. And it's nice to see the families here as well. As I say, this isn't just for preppers, bushcrafters or anything like that. You haven't got to label yourself. If you want to come to one of these events, then you know, do, because everyone's friendly and you know, very, very welcoming. And just look at that blue sky up there, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so just walking up, as I say, there was plenty of people here, and the absolute beautiful scenery out here. Really, really nice. So sun is shining, the birds are singing. I'm going to go and see who's about, and no doubt have a couple of beers. Why not? Loads of awnings too. As I say, the sun beating down, you need that shelter. It's too easy to stand out in the sun for too long and get all scorched. The WBO boys all chilling out. So that's the entrance off the road, just at the bottom there. As I say, it's an absolutely massive field. We're just at the top. And there's absolutely loads of setups. You've got usual menagerie of Land Rovers, Discoveries, more Discoveries. Really cool Defender with a rooftop tent. Those rooftop tents are absolutely fantastic. You know, proper, you know, blinging setups. That's obviously the owner's house. You've got a little amenity block just the right hand side there at the back. So and you've got fresh water as well. We've got a standpipe, so that's good. And a nice flag with a smiley face on, and I think there's a lot of people with smiley faces on today. So the fire is lit. I'll get some logs on there, get some coals on it, get a nice heat built up. It is steak time. Look at that. Hereford prime rump steak, and that has been marinating in salt, pepper, rosemary and olive oil. It's going to be not cooked on the grill, that might be a bit too ambitious. Using the mess tins there, I'll be cooking that and serving it with some peas, so hopefully it won't all stick like the brown stuff to a blanket. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed with that one. Right, just while I'm waiting for the coals to come, I'll show you what's in the food bags. I've got the cool bag there, which has just got some fruit left over, but it's got the ice blocks in there, obviously to keep the meat fresh. And the main food supply for this camp is in the Norwegian Telemark Bergen now. I like that because it's got the frame, so it won't fall over and have stuff everywhere. So I've probably got ridiculous too much amount of food as usual for one of these camps, but I will show you what I've got and I'll let you make your own decisions with that. Okay, so just come into the other side pocket. Well, got some sunblock. It is only factor 20, but better than nothing. And some insect repellent, because when the temperature goes up, out come the bugs. And then just got some washing up liquid, just in a plastic bag, stop it from leaking all over the place, and a couple of sponges. Because obviously when you're out, you know, camping, you want to keep everything as clean as possible. Can't stress it enough. And you know, the last thing you want to do is end up with a bad stomach. And guess what? You'll have a bad stomach for the rest of your trip. Rubbish bags. Always important to have these, you know, you don't want to leave mess lying around everywhere. There's nothing worse than having rubbish bags falling apart either. So these are nice big thick heavy duty ones. It's about half a dozen in there. They don't take up any space, you know, they're not, you know, difficult to store or heavy or anything like that, so why wouldn't you? If I'm going to be eating steak, then have to have a knife and fork. It may be ambitious cooking rump steak in a mess tin over a real fire. It's probably even more ambitious trying to eat it with just a spoon out of my Crusader set. So got my KFS there, that's the Dutch one as well. No brainer really. And last but not least, just a treat as well, real coffee. So we're going to have a nice brew up with some real coffee instead of the instant stuff for once, which will be good. I might have a go at making some of that camp coffee at some point, and you know, I've seen it's quite good to do, but just for ease, I'll be using my percolator again. And this was one little find in a charity shop. Makes enough for 1, possibly 2 cups. Can just go straight onto the fire. Obviously the handle possibly is not the best thing to have on a naked flame, but you know, as long as you're sensible, it shouldn't cause any problems. Fill it up and you know, happy days. Luxury plate rather than eating out the mess tin, you know, no expense spared. These are just scratch proof camping ones. I think they're about £1 each or something in the usual home goods shops. Tea towel, well, why not? Again, doesn't take up any space. Always be prepared, guys. Poo kit, toilet roll, hand sanitizer. Breakfast, trying to be good, so I've got these oat bursts again. Really like these. You can buy them 3 for £1, which is pretty cheap. Now for teas, got some of these Wayfair meals that could do with using up a little bit. And again, it's May, you know, loads of life left in that, but why not? I'll probably go again, bought more food than I need, so the Wayfair meals are, you know, either ready to eat or you know, just heat them up. Meatballs and pasta. Lancashire hot pot. So Italian and Lancashire, perfect for Derbyshire, eh? I do like these snacky things as well, these little snack stock type ones. There's a new one now which I might try. Bolognese. And a cheese one as well. And again, these were 3 for £1. 83% fat. Is that good? Hope so. Low fat, eh? We've got the Mexican style rice. which means that I've got the curry. And they've gone for a mild one this time. Why not? British chicken as well, so it's a bit of reassurance. Best not to look at the calories, but hey ho, using loads of energy sitting around on this camp. And all I'll do is I'll just put that in the mess tin, bang that in afterwards, stir it all together. Happy days. Well, it wouldn't be a UK PM camp without the old all-day breakfast. So that'll be on my last day. Bacon, pork, egg, nuggets, mushrooms, sausages, baked beans. Yeah, it's best not to look at the ingredients in that. Frightening. But I don't eat all this sort of stuff every day. So you know, it's does what it needs to do. Fuel up. Wouldn't be prepping without a backup gas. And that's really just in case for coffee in the morning. Though I'll make a coffee and put it in the flask tonight, and then I've got it in the morning. But I'd say it's just an absolute backup if you have sunny torrential rain and I really can't get the fire going. And backup knife. It's not full tang, but I say the razor sharp. And yeah, I know I say on the videos that you know, choices, decisions, do you carry a knife or something? Well, yeah, I've got justifiable cause for carrying this. It's in a food bag. It's just a big steak knife. Okay, so peas in the smaller mess tin. Moving from the simmer ring to the boil ring. The nice thing about these campfires, easy to cook on, easy to regulate the heat. Right, so I'll get that mess tin heated slightly. Then drop more olive oil in. I really don't want it sticking. Extra virgin olive oil. That's a good aim. Steak in. Keep the heat on. And so it's no different than cooking a steak at home. You don't start stabbing the meat, so it will be dry as anything. Once it's done, turn it over, do the other side. And then the peas doing. Super duper. That already smells delicious. Just put a little bit of salt on the top. Just a touch of pepper. That's a really, really nice piece of meat there. Okay, so I've just turned it over, and all I'm doing now is just rendering the fat off from the other side, or the edge rather, and just lift it like that. So that looks absolutely fantastic. And that is basically done. I like my steaks medium rare. So one more turn, and then that'll be done, guys. There we go. We've heard of pie and pea supper. This is Hereford rump steak and pea supper. That I'm going to enjoy. Perfect. Right, coffee time. Just using a little percolator there again. Why have instant when you can have real coffee? I've just put the coffee in the basket, water in the bottom, and just wait for it to do its magic. It's been 2 hours since the last coffee, so I would sort of like one right now. But that steak was absolutely delicious. Hopefully the coffee will just round it off nicely. Oh, I hear movement. Oh, look at that. As you see, I'm proper slumming it in the field here. That will be absolutely beautiful. I'm, 'cause 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 We're all sorted. There we go. Perfecto. Of course, the old faithful Crusader mug. Super duper. So I've got the DPM basher just over there for a bit of shelter, and it's also a nice windbreak against the prevailing wind, which is sort of coming, you know, this way. I've been doing a bit of admin, getting stuff squared away, and I have my smock on the chair. I don't need to wear the smock because it's not cold and it's not wet, so it's on the chair. Reason being, I keep it at close quarters because there is key kit in there, as you saw in the survival smock video, and certainly if I had to leave immediately, then I can just effectively grab that smock and I'll be in a much better place. So got the headlamp there all ready because I'll be popping off in a bit, and again it's just getting things ready for this evening before it gets dark. Similarly with the sleep kit, it's finding that balance between getting all your kit out and leaving things too late. I have the foam mat underneath, which is my sort of first line. That's British Army issue. Not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it doesn't matter, it's there for insulation. For the comfort, I've got the self-inflating mattress, which is also British Army issue. It's not full length, so you know, it's packs down quite small, and I've got my pillow there as well. I used to just put things in a dry bag, but this packs down quite well, so I will fully inflate that later on. The base of the tent is waterproof. It's a sort of thick rubber, plasticky type of material, and there's very little chance of it leaking, he says, but just in case, I'm using my Bivi bag. I have fab sealed the tent, and look, at the end of the day, you know, it's single skinned. I could get some condensation, and it's probably better, I think, you know, for how much space a Bivi bag takes up, to use the Bivi bag. This is British Army issue as well. Gore-Tex, similar, MVP, great condition. Grab one of these if you can, because you know it'll serve you well. And last thing I want to do is wake up with a puddle on top of me, soaking wet in the Four Seasons sleeping bag. Talking of sleeping bags, Softy Harrier by Snug Pack again. This is a great sleeping bag. It's Four Season. It's made by Snug Pack, and you know, these are really good sleeping bags. I'm not a big fan of down bags. I know they are lighter, but for me this is easier to look after, and the zips on it are good. Packs down really well, nice and warm. It's Four Season bag. I see little points, as I've said previously, in using sort of lightweight sleeping bags, because I don't want to wake up freezing cold, and at the end of the day I can always unzip this and be a little bit cooler if I want to. But you know, it's better to be too hot than too cold, I guess. But no, in reality, all my sleeping bags that I use are effectively Four Season, and you know, I'm not planning to change that. So I've got everything laid out, and as you saw then, what I do, it's a good habit to get into. So when you put everything in, just make sure that you fold your Bivi bag and your sleeping bag over. Just protects any creepy crawlers from getting in there, or reduces that chance. So that is going to be my bedroom for the next few nights.